Hey, what's up, everybody? Chris here, and I wanted to bring you my thoughts on a Minecraft movie, which is not typically a film that I would venture out into the theaters to see, but I have a now 11-year-old. This weekend was his birthday, and he really wanted to see it. So we had his birthday party at our local theater, which was great. They bought cheese pizza and all this kind of stuff in their little birthday room, and then him and his buddies went into the theater, and my wife and I sat there and watched a Minecraft movie. So for context, I played Minecraft a little bit when it first came out just to kind of see what all the buzz was about. It just was not something that I was super into. I had no idea how much this game would persist and what a following it would get. And so I didn't really know what to expect from this movie. I mean, I kind of thought it would be frantic and probably a little bit weird, and that's mostly what it was. But what I will say is that I think the measure of a success for a film like this has to do with its target demographic and how they relate to it. Me, a 43-year-old man, are probably not the target demographic, I would say. But my 11-year-old, my 14-year-old, and pretty much every kid in that theater, and this is what I sort of observed. You had kids that were really little to kids that were probably in their late teens. Some people that were probably in their early 20s were singing and cheering and clapping and shouting things at the screen. I mean, the number of times I heard the term chicken jockey, having no idea what that meant until it popped up in the film. Spoiler alert, sorry about that, if that is something you weren't expecting. Was a little bit kind of entertaining and endearing, I guess. I mean, every kid there at the birthday party for my son was super into it, and after the film ended, they all said it's the best video game movie I've ever seen. I said even better than Sonic and Mario, and they said yes, without a doubt. They loved it. So here's what I'll say. First of all, I think the movie is successful because of that, right? Regardless of what I tell you about what my thoughts are, it reached its demographic. They had a great time. I think in that sense, the movie does succeed. Now, as somebody who doesn't really know a whole lot or anything at all, honestly, about Minecraft, what I will tell you is that there is the tiniest semblance of a plot in the film, and that's about it, kind of holding the whole thing together. Jack Black plays Steve the miner, the titular character, I guess you would say, of the game itself. He stumbles into the world of Minecraft after he finds a cubic orb, I think as he describes it, in a mine in the real world. He ends up in the video game world, and it sort of unspools from there. It's got Jason Momoa, a number of other actors and characters in it, but there's just barely a plot holding the whole thing together. Well, here's what I will say that I think the positives are. One of the big sort of subtext here, the underlying message, has to do with the power of creativity and not being afraid to express yourself. And I appreciate that about the movie. I think if nothing else, it achieves that really well. I actually appreciate Jack Black a lot in this movie too. I mean, he really was having a great time with it. You could tell that. He really had his sort of frenetic enthusiasm and energy kind of fueling the whole thing and driving it forward. So in that sense, I found it to be moderately entertaining. I mean, there were some parts that were, I think, legitimately kind of humorous, kind of funny. I mean, I never, like, guffawed or laughed out loud or anything. But I do think that the humor worked, especially, again, for the target audience that it was trying to reach. My 11-year-old, who's in the other room right now, thought it was just one of the best things he's ever seen. So what I would say is this: if you have no association with Minecraft at all and don't have someone in your family or in your life who would appreciate this, there's probably not a whole lot here to enjoy about it. But I think having seen how kids react to it, seeing that there is something a little bit deeper here than just crazy, wild energy to the movie that makes it worthwhile, a little bit of a message that I think is worth kids hearing, I think that makes it work. So, I mean, if you look at my Letterboxd review, I gave it something like a 3 out of 5 because even though I didn't think it was necessarily amazing, it was, moderately entertaining. The effects were great. I thought that the energy that moved the whole thing forward was good, and I thought that the subtext, the underlying message was good. But again, seeing how the kids reacted to it, to me, was more of a measure of its success than anything else. So that's sort of where I would end it. If you've got people in your life who are into video games and Minecraft, they'll probably eat this up with a spoon. If you don't have anybody in your life like that and it's not really your bag, your thing that you're into, I would probably just not go see it in a theater. Maybe catch it when it's streaming at some point if you have a passing interest, but otherwise it's just weird and kind of loosely constructed, but kids loved it, as far as I could tell. So anyway, that was my experience with the Minecraft movie. If you've seen it, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, thanks so much for watching.